jump out? Are you giving away, and don't make it too big of a deal, you're selling something at the bottom of the sales letter. Don't mention the price until at least 2/3 the way down the sales letter, so it looks like the first 2/3 are all copy. Should say all content, I should say. So do not put your price down until the last third of the sales letter. This is how all your readers are looking at your sales letters. They're making a decision to stay or go. They're scanning it, going, do I want to commit to this? Because you know what, reading your sales letter is going to take them 10, 20 minutes. Am I willing to commit 10, 20 minutes? No, not until I scan it and make a decision. Yeah, it's worth looking at. And when you really think about how you scan web pages now, this is what you do. You may not even know it, but this is what you do. You scan a page going, this is what I'm looking for. Whatever jumps out at you, you make a decision. I'm going to stay at this page or move on to something else. And it may have nothing to do with buying anything online, but as marketers, that's your job because you're selling something online. Okay? Here's some simple changes that can make your sales copy instantly increase in sales. We've given you a few of them. I want to go through a couple of more. Here we go. Include a clear, compelling, benefit-oriented headline in the first fold of your homepage, meaning the first thing that shows. Include an opt-in information in the first fold of page. For example, if you go to my sales letter for the course, which is very, very popular, a lot of people have mimicked off it. Go to my car secrets site. That thing's so old, I haven't been to it myself, but many people mimicked off it. You'll notice that I have an opt-in form right in the middle of the sales letter, less than 1/3 the way, well, less than 1/2 the way down the letter. So in the reading, they see that information there, and they can subscribe. Even if they don't subscribe in my hover ad, they can subscribe in the actual sales letter itself. Let me tell you, I get thousands of people that subscribe right when they're in the sales letter. They actually subscribe to the newsletter because they're so excited about what they just read. They subscribe to the newsletter right there. All it does is subscribe them and put them right back to the same spot again to continue on the sales letter. Okay? I'm going to say that again. As soon as they subscribe, it turns around and puts them right back again, right at that spot where they subscribed, so they can read the rest of the sales letter. If you want them to continue on that path, then the sales letter to still buy your product, even if they have subscribed to your newsletter. Consistent formatting. This is actually with using Dreamweaver. We use Dreamweaver to do all of our editing. So I use Arial font. We use 2-point for body text, 2-point for subheads, and 5 points for headlines. I'm going to guess what this is in Word. 2-point in Dreamweaver is probably about 12-point in 10-point. Thank you. 10-point. And what's 4-point in Word? About 14. So all your subheaders should be about 14-point in a Word if you're using like front page or Word. And 5 points, about 24? 18, okay. So 5 points, about 18. These are just using Dreamweaver's point sizes rather than standard typeset point sizes. Point size is how high your characters are, by the way, in case nobody knew that. It's how many points is how higher the points, higher the character is. All right. Short paragraphs, no more than 4 lines. You look at all of our copy, it's very choppy, no more than 4 lines. And of course, use bold and color sparingly. You only want to bring that out on those benefit statements to pass the scan test. So when they're scanning, those things in bold, those things in highlighting, those things in different colors jump out at you. That's what you want to jump out at you, so you pass the scan test so you can get them to read your whole sales letter. Your goal of your sales letter, of your headlines, of your subheadlines, of all the links you have, are to get them to read your sales letter, not to sell your product. That's the whole key. People are like, I have a great headline, and they're thinking that a headline sells a product. No, the headline just pulls them into the sales letter. The subheader just pulls them into the sales letter so they want to read the whole sales letter. The sales letter does the selling. It's the headline's job just to pull you in, not to sell you. Please remember that. It's very, very important. Okay, moving on. I want to make it choppy. We just talked about that, having short sentences. Use different sentence links too. Short sentences, long sentences, make it choppy, just like you have short and long paragraphs. You want to indent key benefits and points. When you're using bullets, indent them. If you have a great point to make, indent it. Set it aside so you have that white space on the left-hand side. When you indent it, it jumps out at you. So indent when you want to make these certain points. Another way to get someone to jump out and pass the scan test. Add bullets, of course. You always want to add bullets. Make it all about you or them. So you should have the word you in there. You should have the word your in there. Don't be using, whatever, you get the point. It's always you and your and so on. Talk about it from their point of view. Use highlighting sparingly, of course, but use highlighting for the sales letter. So the way you bring things out, bolding, underlining, different colors, different point sizes, highlighting, indenting. Those are some of the ways that you draw out certain words and certain phrases. So when you go and do the scan test, these things jump out at them. They're like, so they're sucked in and go, I want to know more. I want to know how to solve it. I want to know the 4 things that you said that do this, or whatever it may be, and they want to read the whole letter and go back to the top and read the whole thing. It's not going to be perfect. I guarantee you, my letters are never perfect. I'm always trying to improve them. The letter you go read today is not perfect. I'm trying to improve that. It'll never ever be perfect, but you'll never ever sell anything until you get it up. So please, put it up. Don't panic. Put something up. It'll never be perfect. All right. Done sales copy. Everybody get something out of that? Shake your head if you got, yes? Good.